So the new record for the cheapest way to beat Deflation is currently 1520, set by Tyler/Aliens Rock. And the way he did it was with Gwendolyn, plus a 032 Triple Dart Monkey. And after that, I thought to myself, it's pretty much impossible to beat, right? 1520, there's really no other cheaper of a defense to even handle up to round 60, but I think there might be one possible solution to get a little bit cheaper. And let me show you. That's it. No quick shots, 003. I did a little bit of sandbox testing. It's going to be really hard beating the mid rounds, but it potentially might be doable. This is 1465, I think, if my math is correct, which is currently $55 lower than the current record of 1520. The thing is, you miss out on 33 attack speed if you don't go these two upgrades, so that's pretty significant. Quite a bit, actually. Maybe enough to make it impossible, but it might just be barely doable. It just requires even more micro than it currently does. Which, yes, is very annoying, but we will persevere. Anyways, I tried thinking about other cheapest ways. I thought about Ninja, but it didn't work. Or, there was no... I couldn't find a way to beat 48, 50. Crossbow is a good way to beat 48. It dies around 60. Seriously, last round? No way last round's gonna die, right? Should we try and sandbox? Just to make sure we beat it? I don't know. I tried 55 and 48 and 51 and I beat it. With minimal lives lost, 52. Before I waste any time, yeah, let me just see. Does Gwen get level 11 by 60? I don't think so, because Gwen hits 10 at 57, so I don't think it goes that fast. Could be wrong. That's a good spot. 442. 200 lives lost. How many times are we going to try this till we give up, folks? Let's get all of them to pop first. Come on. Let me not sell. I'll have this on strong. 243. I think we got really lucky with the heated up. I saw the animation. Wow. So to beat this, we have to get lucky on the heated up timing. So it will require, I don't know, quite a few attempts, but, well, time to try it. I hate luck, but if we want world records, it is luck-based. As sad as it is to say. Do we need to use fire for this round? Fuck it. Sure. Camel picks next round anyway, so we're probably gonna need it. Here it comes. 48. So here comes the first really hard round. We're definitely going to lose lives here, because Regal Purples, Camel Purples. Our timing for using this ability is not yet. We're gonna actually let the Dart Monkey pop some purples first, so like turn the purples into greens like this. This is fine. Only when it comes around is when we're gonna use it again, so not yet. Let me keep waiting. Now, please drop. Okay, this is okay. No. So we need to get the Dart Monkey to pop as many purples as possible. Already 6 are gonna leak. When I tried it, we could do a lot better. That's gonna leak a lot of lives. Down to how many? 100? Nope. We survived, but I think we do better. Without a 023, you have to lose lives. 023 will basically NLL, but we don't have it. As sad as it is to say. Not yet. Gwen's fire right now, that's decent. We're gonna leak some lives here. We need to have it pop in the purples, so leave it on first. So far, it's okay. Get some here, please. Okay. Wow. This is pretty much almost perfect. Wow. My goal was 150 and up. We got 196. Pretty flawless 48 there. A lot better than I did in testing. Now for another pretty hard round, but not as hard as next round. Round 49. We will use Gwen's Fire when the balloons get here. Intersection for both Regal Rainbows and Ceramics. Use Gwen's Fire. Perfect intersection, yes. That's gonna get the regrows. So you killed 2 birds with 1 stone there. And we should beat this round without any lives lost, hopefully. Yeah, easy. Okay. But it gets harder from here. 50-51 is probably one of the hardest rounds to beat. I think we have to have Gwendolyn targeting strong for the second Moab. Just a little bit. Not all the time, but... We'll wait to use Gwen's fire. Not yet, not yet, not yet. Please get all of them. Some leakage. I don't like this. It's okay. Again, anything over 150 I will take. So we're still over that limit. Does it pop a little earlier now? No. Same thing. Okay, this one's looking pretty decent. Back to first. No lives lost so far. Okay. Getting a nice snipe for extra damage on top. Again, if we're over 100, I'll take it. Maybe if we're like 99, I'll take it too. This one's actually... Oh, this is much better. Pinks, yellows, first up. Let's get strong. First. How many lives? How many lives? 135? I'll take it. 74, 73. Close enough. For this round, strong. Gwen's fire down here. Yes, perfect. Because we can use Gwen's fire twice this round. And that's why I think we can do it. We can survive. It's still going to be really close though. Hence why we need as many lives as we can. Spam Gwen's fire, or this. Is that 50 lives? Come on. I'm not going to take that. There's a chance we could get a little better than that. How about if the fire time's out, we put it back on first? I don't know. Might that do a little better for leaks? And then when Gwen drops fire again, we'll put it back on strong. How does that sound? Back on strong. Spam click. So what we want is we want Gwen's fire here. Yes, 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 yes. Strong. That was perfect. Now, I'm not sure if the cerams are damaged enough. They need to get popped. Enough. First. Does the fire have enough damage for the cerams? I think it does. 44 lives. 35. I'll take it. And we'll change this guy to strong once the cerams pass or all of them get on fire. Again, we want maximum damage on the mobs as possible. Best chance to beat this. I think they all got affected. Nice. Back on strong. Actually, there's one that's not affected. Damn. We missed one. Let's get back up first. Real quick. Don't want to leak any lives to these kind of balloons. That would suck. Now? Sure. Please pop. There we go. Perfect. That was a beautiful, heated up. And that's the reason we're going to beat this round, I think. There are some rainbows or some balloons, but that's fine. No lives lost this round. Okay, 53. Another hard one. There are some pinks, but that's okay. Dart Monkey will collect those real quickly. Real nicely. And 3 Moabs, we've got to use a fire for probably all 3 of them. Do we need to use the fire on this one? I'll use it. Why not? I think it'll be back in time when we kill these things. One can only hope. No, it timed out. Nope, nope. Okay, I have an idea. That popped. Gwen fire. Is that a good spot? I don't know. Good enough, I think. Please pop, Moab, please, 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 please. If only the fire was a little bit to the left, we could have beaten the round. Alright guys, transitioning over to a little bit of post-commentary here, because I just had to do this on my own time, and off-stream. Because again, once you hit into these round 50s, it's absolute torture. So with that said, pretty much every round, starting from round 53, was pretty much took multiple times to get it right. With some rounds probably dozens or even more attempts. So I'll just run down what I did for this round, 53, and how I beat it. This round probably took the longest out of all the round 50s. But basically I just had to have my Dart Monkey targeting on strong for most of the time. Changing it back to first for the camo pinks that are about to leak. And changing Gwendolyn's targeting so that she actually targets more of the last Moab versus the second one. Because if you see right here, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get the back Moab to pop first so that we can use Gwendolyn's fire. Because if you didn't know, if there's no balloons in Gwendolyn's range, the fire will randomly go anywhere across the track. And the biggest problem with this round was that for the last 2 mobs, you had to separate them some way. in order to get Gwendolyn throwing on the exits, the very, very last path. But I had so much trouble because she kept throwing at the wrong path. But that there was finally the run. That beat 53. So just for reference, I'm only going to be showing the winning runs of each round. Just because if I include all the fails, this would probably be a nice hour-long video or more even. So just FYI, I am making it look a lot easier than it actually is. I wasn't even sure 003 Dart would work. But it turns out if you do it enough times, you'll eventually find the perfect run, because a lot of these rounds did require a lot of RNG, and a lot of targeting changes, like 54. Like for that round, I again had to hope to RNG this that Gwendolyn threw the fire at the very, very bottom track so that when the last mob came around, the fire would still be there to clean up the cerams, and thankfully it lasted just long enough. And yeah, surprisingly 54 was a tough round, but even tougher was 55, which took probably the second longest out of all the rounds. So here's the rundown for 55. See, I don't have my Gwendolyn number 1 back up, so what I'm doing, I'm spamming it immediately, hoping that it lands on one specific part of the track. And that being right in this intersection. If the fire does not go in the intersection, I could not beat it no matter what. So that was RNG based. And that fire was pretty much a perfect spot because it would basically cover all the cerams that come out this round, although you're still going to need the fire another time this round, and also the Moab. I think what I had to do here was put the Dart Monkey and Gwendolyn targeting strong, so that the Moab gets damaged, and letting the fire deal with the rest of the balloons. You see, now we're down to 10 lives. We lost quite a few, starting on round 53, and a little bit more over here on this round too. But yeah, dropping Gwendolyn 1 right about now should clean up the rest of the cerams. And what actually made this a lot tougher than it should be was that normally I would use Gwendolyn number 1 for this mob here, but I had an issue with next round, 56, where I had to save Gwendolyn's ability. So that's why I'm not trying to use it for this one, for this last Moab. Otherwise this round would actually be a lot easier than it was for me. Probably would take 4 times less time, but after enough attempts, putting enough towers targeting strong, and we just barely squeaked by that round with 9 lives, yes, 9 lives. And for 56, here's what I'm talking about. I have to use Gwendolyn's fire extremely early at the start of the round, otherwise, well, there's going to be a bunch of camo pinks running through defense. Now, if you saw Ty's video about it, and how he did round 56, well, he actually used the fire later in the round, but that was because he had a 023 Dart Monkey, which was able to pop all the rainbows into pinks. But because this Dart Monkey 003 shoots a little bit slower, it actually does not get all the rainbows, so that's why I had to save the fire for the start of the round. Get all the purples first. I did actually kind of mess up this round, but I did get a little lucky at the end with the timing of the cocktail and whatnot. And the mob at the end, no issues. And actually after that round, we unlock Gwendolyn level 10, which actually makes the last few rounds a lot easier. Much needed break considering all the struggles through the early mid-50s. But yeah, at last we have 2 abilities at our disposal. And this round's pretty straightforward. Just wait for 2 of the Moabs to pop first, the first 2. I think we use Gwendolyn 1 over here, yep, Gwendolyn number 1. And then for the last 2 Moabs, simple. Just pop them and then use Gwendolyn's number 1 and then she'll take care of the rest. And that'll basically be it for 57. Now for 58, surprisingly, it was almost as tough as 53 and 55. Even though we have Gwendolyn's number 2 ability, the issue is that there are 5 spaced, very, very spaced mobs this round. And I basically had to have the Dart Monkey and Gwendolyn targeting on strong, target the Moabs, drop Gwendolyn's fire so that it helps with the space rams that they're not attacking. Because we want to do as much damage to the mobs as possible before we use Gwendolyn's second ability. I think what I had to do here was first pop the first Moab without using the second ability. And at the second ability, I think we use it, yes, we use the ability. And with that, there's only 3 more Moabs, both on fire and probably very, very, very low HP at that point. Down to 2 mobs now. And here's a little rough spot, actually. We only have 1 ability left, Gwendolyn's number 1 ability, for 2 Moabs, the remains of it. But thankfully, this Moab over here, that just got popped, didn't leave too many balloons behind. So thankfully we were able to preserve that NLL for this round, and then use the last cocktail for that last Moab. And that'll be history for this round, 58. the easiest out of all the 50s. Go figure because there's no Moabs. But pretty simple, just use the second ability for all the balloons on the map. Aside from these last couple of Rico Cerams. What I actually didn't want to do here was use the ability at the very end of the round, otherwise we wouldn't have for this round. And I think I was like 1 to 2 seconds late from not being able to beat this round, because I just barely got Gwendolyn's number 2 ability back in time. So for this BFB, just have Gwendolyn and Dart Monkey on first, doesn't really matter. Use Gwendolyn number 2 real quick. And we really lucked out here, because by the end of this you'll see that we barely get back Gwendolyn's number 2 ability when it comes off cooldown. And surprisingly, if you notice, no jump cut. We actually beat 60 in one try. Which I was kind of shocked, because when I tested in Sandbox, it took much more than one attempt. So as you see here, just got back her ability, and the mobs are about to pop, so literally, the difference was 2 to 3 seconds. And just add that Dart Monkey in strong, just cuz. Just make sure that all the ceramics underneath do get taken up by fire, and there it is. 1465 deflation mode. I don't think you could go any lower than this, but I'd be impressed if somebody could. Because I didn't even think I could beat 1520 with the triple Dart Monkey, but look where we are now. So yeah, feel free to try less than this if you wish, but I think this is the limit for me. That's gonna do it for me. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you want to catch some more of this gameplay live, feel free to check out my Twitch channel. Link will be in the description. And don't forget to subscribe, so you don't miss any of these future challenges that I attempt. I'll see you guys in the next one.